Oh, wah, chat. I also got a goober here. Look, it's goober. But yeah,
Ah.
like, so we hit the milestone, so we gotta play a dating sim now. And then the next milestone's gonna be Alien Isolation. Which I think will be fun. So, I'm thinking we play this, we do like a route or two, potentially, and then move to actual Dead by Daylight. If I still have energy for it. Oh, hell yeah. I don't think there's many, like,
Yeah,
I think it's like
what? One guy, three
2 and
girls,
2.
two and two.
Yeah. It was definitely like a very much like, ooh, haha, April Fool's kind of vibe thing.
Uh
So,
huh.
like, I think it's Huntress, Spirit, Wraith, and Trapper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be dorky. Oh, is Ezra is me.
Is you?
Oh, wah, 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 wah. I'm coughing. Cough, cough. Ah, haunts.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, we're sub chat. Someone to fix it,
Yeah.
Renechi.
Yeah. I'll. I
Ah,
think. Yeah. There we go.
panic.
I fixed it. It has been
Ah,
fixed. Listen, you.
ah.
Thank you, Haunts.
Thank you, haunts. I'm very, very, very good streamer. Me
Uh
stream.
huh. Uh huh.
I also need
Me
to
stream
fix
good.
my pop-ups. Okay, should be fixed. Ugh. I'm sorry. Also, I thought, like, didn't 100 have a bit alert?
SMH.
I'm troubleshooting now. I'm getting
Uh huh. Uh huh.
I'm confirming if I don't think 100 had one, but I wanted to confirm. Cause holy shit, ain't stream without scuff. 100 did not have one. It's all in like lower. Okay.
Hmm.
Hey, it's better to be safer than sorry.
So true.
You wake up on a beach soaking wet, see salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you nearly drown. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. Okay, that makes sense because our throat
Mm-hmm.
was salt watery. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life.
I mean, this is just me on a regular day.
Yeah, this is Radechi when they wake up in the morning.
I'm just like, who am I?
Have you ever seen 51st Dates? That's
Uh
Radechi.
huh. Yeah. Uh huh.
What you do know
I can
is
only
despite.
acknowledge that because I watched it today.
Wait, for 51st Dates?
Uh huh. Yeah.
Did you
Because
really watch that today?
no. Dear God, no. It was just the joke of
Uh,
if I'd seen it yesterday, I wouldn't have remembered.
what you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty in the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Maybe it's the salt water in our stomach.
Probably.
Wow. Really went down the wrong pipe. You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute, we've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Ezra, may I continue? Oh, wow, wow, wow. Whoa. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the nest. Hope you enjoyed the vibes. Please go on. Okay, then I was... Cough, cough. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh my god!
Ooh.
A body has been found. A decomposing
body
face
has been
stares up at
discovered.
you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worm, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who's behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? What do we do? What if we dig up the face? It could have loot. That's what dating sims are about, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Let's dig it up.
I know we're locked into the freak route.
You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head abandoned in the ground before you. It did have loot! There's no body, just a head. As you pick it up, its flake skin falls to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of the soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Coin. Examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you. This noise is giving me fucking... Ugh. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes, you check your pockets, they're empty, plenty of room for gold coin, you suppose, and then you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? No thanks. I like coin. No thanks. Look, I'm gonna level with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday and I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Could you just give it back? No. Psh, be that way then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer as your current situation, as you feel something soft bump your foot. It's Wilson!
Wilson.
You look down and you find a volleyball sitting in the sand next to you. You stare down. A frozen voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? Turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw about hits the ground. It's the Huntress. I do like Shiny's haunts. Oh, Wraith. Spirit! And the Trapper. Wow, all four of them are there, and they just look... Trapper looks like he's about to, like, jump into a pool. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers, I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but it's just the energy they put out there. So by so many competing feelings rush through your mind at once. And you are completely paralyzed. I don't like their blinking.
Yeah, it's a little unsettling.
I don't like how they're doing no other movements, but blinking at me. Oh my god. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do I do?
Scream. Just walk back into the ocean.
I'll toss it back. You bend down to grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripples as she grips it in her hand. You look up at her and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Blech. Speaking directly at you, but you still cannot bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. Snap out of it. You realize everyone's just gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give it too much away. At the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing. Don't be scared, Ezra. You are made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure that it's going to work out. No good reason not to. You decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you derailed the volleyball session by just coming in. Who just stops playing volleyball when I walk over? You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Wraith sighs. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jaw moron is here. I just want to know, can we kill them or not? You know you can't. Wait. It doubled it. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey Ezra, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There will be plenty of that time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz!
Oh my god!
Oh no, it's Danganronpa!
I didn't study!
And it will be very important later. Very important, or not important, in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say that you are? Very. I'm a bird.
Yeah.
That's what you think attractive is? Compared to this? Trapper flexes and his muscles are so tight he can practically see the blood running through his veins. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Flight. Because I'm a bird. Flight for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that it's cracked up to be as far as it goes. I'm still not where I want to be. What was my best subject in school? Math. It's the one thing that makes sense when you think about it. What's your favorite animal? I love these idiots.
They're pretty good.
You have no idea what a mustelid is, but you're just hoping it's some secret answer that results in an Easter egg? Because there's no Easter egg. It's just another word for ferrets. I like blue.
Oh, you don't like 3-day-old corpse?
No, that crayon's disgusting tasting. Blue isn't good for productivity. It makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? Not working at all.
Yeah, honestly, I don't dream about work.
If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? Takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations, to climb the ladder. We should make a bird dating sim.
We should.
It's just me. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Oh, what the fuck, Trapper? You're one of those guys?
Ugh.
Best flavor of ice cream. Not Maurice. I'm partial to chocolate.
Yeah.
My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine's vanilla swirled with pain.
You know what? That's fair.
I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but okay. Hot take.
Uh-huh.
Mint chip is, depending on what it is, it's kind of disgusting. Because mint just like ruins the flavors of everything else. So like
I have mixed feelings.
If you're getting it with like multiple scoops and you have it like, if you have mint chip and you have that next to like a cookie dough, it's gonna ruin the cookie dough. Like the only flavor that mint really goes well with is dark chocolate. And that's about it.
So it is weird because, like, for me, like, I don't really like mint chocolate chip ice cream. However, those, like, Andes mints, like, the ones that are chocolate and mint, those fuck. I don't know. I guess it's something about ice cream.
Yeah, it's weird. Like it was like, I guess I just have, like, a love-hate relationship with mint.
It's very situational.
This reminds me, I am right. It's a lesson that you should learn before we go much more further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. You're teaching lessons now, narrator? You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Chocolate. The best flavor is chocolate. You got a reading comprehension problem? Well, my favorite subject in school was math, so...
Yeah, it wasn't reading.
You almost brought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't forget it. If you say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Chocolate? In case it wasn't clear who's in charge, it's me. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. Try again. I didn't think it was actually gonna... Oh, yeah, no! Can I...
Okay. There has to be, like, a fast-forward button.
Yeah, I think you can, We're gonna do text speed as fast as possible. I'm a bird. Flight, because I'm a bird. Math.
Having deja vu.
Ferret. Blue. Not working. Chocolate. Mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna be just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I'm pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island.
Wow.
I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the thing is, I do really, really hate the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? These are my personal observations. Life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose just to not take part. Jeez. It's like she was downright murdered by society. Oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story. No, that's it. That's exactly what happened. Hey, hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had on this island, along with a lot of love. And there it is. Let me, if you know what I mean, grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. You really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak to me. Speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. So this time ever I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew and they do, they'll show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once, I totally agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of luxury and power. Rose is like, don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth. The way it's flaunted needlessly and cruelty it engenders. Engenders?
Mm-hmm.
What about hanging out by the pool? Found the water calming, simple and beautiful. Hey, what about a volleyball game? Or what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right there. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Okay, so we can go to... I think this is the yacht. I don't know where these are. Like, is it hovered over which person it is?
I wouldn't think so, because...
Or is it in order? Because, like, the Trappers wasn't first. Or it wasn't last. I think it's hovered over who... No, because this is the volleyball game.
Yeah, and she said she didn't like being out in the sun, right?
No, that's Wraith.
Hmm.
I don't know. This is the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
This is the yacht. I don't know, let's go to the beach, I guess? Is that... This is probably Spirit, right?
Maybe.
That's not a pool, that's literally the beach. Fuck off!
Homie. Objective failed.
Whoa, the pool. You actually want to go to the pool? I mean, sure, why not? You got good ideas. What's wrong with my ideas? Oh no, Wraith is the one who said pool.
Hmm.
And you thought it was bad when he stayed quiet. Oh, wait, there's DeWitt and Claudette. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Hold on. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. Why the fuck is Dwight and Claudette here, man? They're also cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job.
Looks like they got a raw deal.
The only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatical music flourish. That is not musical flourish. None of the others survived. survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we should therefore refer to them as survivors with the capital S.
Uh-huh.
These two have worked here a long time, so long, they don't know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy, that is starting to give me the creeps. I don't like this stance they got going.
Yeah, why are they joined at the hip, literally?
We will now escort the group to the venue of choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with the options whenever possible, so just don't run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is let us do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this island. Dwight? Yes, pardon me. Follow us. Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? No. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, that's right, that's true, he was. But he just meant it as he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It's much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits. Quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all the money that comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly when I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what shall it be? Okay, so this is this. I guess this might be the lounge? Let's do the lounge. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her giant hat. And she takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone else knows I technically float above the ground, so no one believed I was putting any pressure on my joints to the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on the island, but turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around this island. So, thanks. I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Ahahaha. Now it's Dwight who takes on the conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please just make it quick. Dwight wants the sweet release of death.
Yeah, he's craving it.
Is this what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you think? Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams? Dwight's fucked, man. Hilarious, right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So what will you be having? Oh god, what do I want?
I mean, sangria is pretty tropical.
Sangria is pretty good. Scotch on the rocks feels a little bit much. Virgin daiquiri? I'll do sangria. I like sangrias. Something fruity but refreshing. Hold the coconut rum as... Wait, you would not hold the coconut rum, thank you very much. The coconut rum fucking rocks. It sounds nice. We used to make, drinks like that back home. Oh, well, not we exactly. I watched someone drink a drink like that once. They looked happy.
Oh, okay.
Now's your chance to be one with the drink. What do you say? Is this some sort of juice for a child? Are there children hiding about? No, it's for adults. The kind you like, tropical fun. Oh, I see. just really seems to perk up at the idea of kids being around and is bummed to hear there are not any. But I am quite glad it's just grown-ups on the island, personally. Little ones should definitely not be exposed to this. Not my cup of tea, but okay, sure. We can still use it for a toast, yeah, to new adventures. To new friends. To, Did you just say clink? No. Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. Should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they pull this kind of fox enthusiastic, faux enthusiastic community building crap, I would have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot in this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun. Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. It could be fine. Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? Wraith did not have a hat.
Yeah, no.
I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking the topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game. Hey, Vision! How's it going? How's it going? That nerds, learn at their non-sports after-school related activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd.
Alright, Ezra, let's play 2 truths and a lie.
Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog between my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fiction. Or none, reading is the only escape from the inescapable horror of life that escape into your own mind. Hey, Fire Chief, how's it going? How's it going? What kind of fact we got? The girl roll throughs the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I imagine. Magic the Gathering continues to advertise a long-dead company on its products. Yeah, Deckmaster. They're not technically dead. Because it was supposed to be part of, Deckmaster was supposed to be, like, the, what do I call it? The, like, grandfather to multiple different, like, card games. It was supposed to be, like, Magic, and then there was gonna be multiple different versions of not Magic, but, like, things that are coincide. Like, Duel Masters is a Deckmaster game. But after they realized, like, having multiple different card games that use kind of the same, like, mechanics...
That was like a logistical nightmare, not gonna
It was a
lie.
logistical nightmare, so they scrapped the idea, so that's why Duel Masters, I don't think, has the Deckmasters thing on it. But I love that they've kept it since its conception. Like... They just haven't, like, moved away from the tried and true. I love it. Considering the situation we're in, it seems appropriate time to ask you, Ezra, what is your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be...
That's a tough question.
Oh, it has to be classic horror for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, so those books are all in public domain. Nothing too modern, humanity has really gotten soft these past few hundred years. What's your favorite?
Ooh. I feel like... Yeah, I'd go Dracula. I've never actually read Jekyll and Hyde.
I've read Jekyll and Hyde, and I'm not really a big fan of it.
Yeah, and Frankenstein, while it's very good, it's also very short.
I like Dracula a little bit more. To be seduced by a beautiful stranger, only learn later they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling? Well, I guess, but I was going to say, despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger or even death that he poses over you, you couldn't help but getting turned on by the liberation from the status quo he represents. That's exactly what I thought when we saw Renfield, you know? Just Nick Cage, just this. This should just be the review for Renfield. Same here. So what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who did they think would buy into that? If you're going to be trapped in a nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about, you could do a lot worse than great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. That's honestly fucking fair.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, base.
The scariest part of Dracula is thinking no one will ever quite be as interesting to make love to as a vampire.
You know what? That's fair.
Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up new stories of our own. But before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's get in a circle and spin this. Oh my god.
Can't believe this.
Oh my god, it's Trickster. A great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who's gonna make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello. And who's the new fan in the waiting? I love how his bat is a blow-up toy.
Uh-huh.
Beat it, hack. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle of our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much more better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous.
I asked Ezra, like, alright, who all is in this game? And they were surprised Trickster.
I thought Trickster was in it, and then you're just like, oh no, it's these four people.
And I mean, technically he's in it.
The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap. Spit, that is. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of public eye. Real romantic like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll be waiting here to complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations at what while you make out on the other side of our bar. But not watching. Watching's illegal. Like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. Ezra, you're up. Oh god, I grip the bottle in my hand. And put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target that you're going to be pointing at. This here is the upcoming minigame. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame. Perfect for the last coordinate because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever your pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want, it's like a bit like losing. No one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? Ready? Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Oh, this sucks. I love the little icons, though.
Yeah, it's very dorky.
That was, like, as on the line as I think we could have possibly gotten.
Uh-huh.
You got Spirit. Your two are meant to be. Psych, you've actually spun multiple times to get your real result. First 2, 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle. Now get your spin on. Fuck. First to 3 results?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Spirit is your true match. There's more to this game than just reading. I got an achievement.
Beautiful.
Ooh. Just this morning, you're waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach towel at Spirit. Lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her... They're really into sweat, whoever wrote this.
Yeah, apparently.
They have mentioned sweat so many times. Now your heart races, you can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Spirit takes you by the hand. You sit face to face in a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. Why is the writer so or it's either the writer or the fucking narrator who's just into sweat.
Well, if you read the next line.
You're sweating in a gross way you'd sweat at an interview for a job, but you're not fucking qualified for it. You do know what to do, and you try to lock lips. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely, she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Spirit, we have some bad news for you. Something in my teeth, don't I? It might be seaweed. I have no idea how long I was in the ocean. No, well, maybe, but it's not what I was going to say, that this is not happening, not now, maybe not ever. I think, if they think I'm going to make out with some stranger because of a bottle told me to, they got another thing coming, and so do you, namely a katana into your heart. If you ever try and make a move under such absurd circumstances, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I know, you seem pretty harmless, and not at all that bad to kiss if I were interested, which I am not at this moment in time. Are we gonna tell them we kissed? We are. I'm not above lying to get what I want. So that thing about me not being bad to kiss, was that a lie to get me to play along? If you want to know the truth, figure it out yourself, but don't expect life to just hand you gifts like me. All I was ever handed was pain and suffering. Why did she get so small? Treat me well and I'll return the favor. Otherwise, try a different route and see what happens. Hate to break up such a passionate moment, but that we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while we stay on this island. But dinner is being served right away and we must insist you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Don't you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area and find an assortment of picnic tables. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Joint Claudette usher you to a seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific, it seems like everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better, they don't want to sit next to certain other people either.
Oh no.
To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper.
Yeah, well...
Okay, write this down, write this down. I feel like we're gonna need to know this. We're gonna get quizzed. No one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh, Trickster's back! Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well they don't call him Expected Stir. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets me flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Ezra. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big, they can't fit at the table side by side. Look at this, we can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You'll probably think it was an error, but this was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay. Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, and the rest of them will sit opposite of you. Huntress Trapper can't sit on the ends, with their enormous, sexy arms.
Mhm.
Or they can sit at the ends. Now that everyone... Oh, we didn't need to know any of this. Oh, I thought this was going to be a mini game. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully, with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you enjoy. We really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat! Seasoned with a specific number of special and herbs that we simply cannot divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which... you'd know, considering what we've been up to. Who are you going to be judging now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough nodding.
Future on the fan.
Let's eat. Hey, Ezra, you think what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-downs, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we literally do everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. This is a perfect tool for easily chopping up anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras, which they are. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. It's all, at least it's clean with all the meat cooked, no blood. You two are ridiculous with your bicep swinging contest. Enough, grow up. Obviously, my katana is the only option. Obs.
Obviously.
The hell it is. I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop, I hate it when you fight, or talk, or even look at each other in the eye. Why the hell are they all here? I can do it. I have the Skull of Azarov. What the fuck do you mean by that? Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to second death. Answer, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Oh my god, it's Felix. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, it'll take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value of maintaining their tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're very terrified of tinnitus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to go cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top is the pointer that rotates in a clockwise direction. On the bottom is a target you're supposed to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible. Sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer over the target to win. Failed lane on target, you lose. Okay, okay. Wait, this is the same instructions from previously. Okay, slice. Not bad. Perfect. 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 Not bad. That's pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. This is such a weird... Sounds especially coming from masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and shoving their food behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell, I mean. Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is all. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they tried to mash the stuff through there.
True.
Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about not being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Ezra. Number two is, number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut in my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Given the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history.
It seems pretty bad.
But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating and they don't like it. I think they want an explanation to why, and what do you want to tell them? Look at that bird!
Oh, bird.
Wow, have you ever seen a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyways, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect.
No.
Yeah, she's right, Ezra. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea when the last time you ate a real meal and you've been standing out in the sun. But the seagull. This is so me.
Okay, that's just you, yeah.
Oh. He just made a lot of really good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about this characterization, but I allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There is one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path. Or at least a right path. There's too many to count. Hopefully you can at least pick one of them.
I've played hundreds.
Because there's even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something worse. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you are. Am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I've got to give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like.
I don't know. I can't trust the ocean.
You wake up to find the spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder,
true, bestie.
How could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of the night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such a massive nothingness? Oh god, what does this mean?
I don't have an answer for you.
Well, it's just, how could they not feel small and alone in the face of massive nothingness?
I guess it's like, do you either come to terms with that, or is it a case of, well, if you found someone else, you're not totally alone?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, these are Fallout 4 fucking dialogue prompts.
Uh-huh.
You've always been alone? Maybe it's Spirit's words, maybe it's the ocean, or maybe it's been this way, but you suddenly feel connected to Spirit's words. I may not remember much about my life before, but there's one thing I do know to be true. I've always been alone. And I'll always be alone. Spirit turned from looking at the ocean and this looking directly, you know. It's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone. Together? It's the best we can hope for. Maybe. Maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible to pretend we know anything. Is that just arrogance? Ugh, I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone to be a perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got attracted from my true purpose, my destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound silly, but Spirit looks around to see if anyone else is on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside of me. I've always known, I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid, that sounds badass, right? But I didn't let it out, and then, you know, chop chop. Now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? No dragon, just a lot of fire? A raging inferno, in fact, begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon. I'm sorry, but you're no dragon. And breathing fire, that sounds some hobbit type nonsense. I'm a descendant of proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole nother level. Looks like there was room for only one dragon inside Spirit after all. That's an innuendo.
Damn.
Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and quickly spin around, ready to fend off what new dangers popped up on this strange island. Only to find out it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand. It's very important we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of the evening's activities. That's strictly slotted for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, I was... No time for excuses! Well, there is, but that's scheduled for what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! God, how long is this game?
That's a good question.
Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind. And we only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? Who are we going to decide? How are we going to decide? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize it's probably you, but you embrace your fate. I think they're talking about me, to be honest. I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I got lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anyone ever happened to be on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try and flex that authority gimmick on me one more time, I'll snap your head off so quick. And then I'll drown you in his blood. Cynthia, fuss at me. Fuss and muss are back on. You two, I know I love to what is he on about?
I don't know.
We all know you love to kill. It's almost like all you've talked about. Nobody named names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Ezra, who do you think should go? Damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so we can, so this doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Let's do Spirit. This entire experience has been crafted, carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Just be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat here, I guess I can sit down and... Hunter's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Well, I hate to break it to you. Tonight's story isn't scary. It's romance. Too late now, though I was selected, so I'm gonna tell my story. I call it... The Prisoner's Kiss. Whoa. That's like that thing.
Uh-huh.
You notice the Huntress and the Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hoda, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she's ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away, but how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like that just appear? A mystery. It was as if it was conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. This huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit paused her story to look at the face, from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. "Help me!" cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now, it was as if every detective in the city was there, looking at this strange structure up and down, inspecting every side. It didn't make sense. There was no doors, no windows, no fasteners, no seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit. Just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. "I don't know what happened. I woke up and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me," cried the man, as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hada comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. As night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling around the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hada was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her, like it never had before. "Don't let me die in here," the man begged. "Don't let me die alone." "Stay calm. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story." Looking through the narrowest passageways, Detective Hada watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of that moment. Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised, "I do." A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friend, not to anyone over the other hostages she began to work so hard to free before. And so, when this man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hada, for she knew he would return, and when he did, pressing his lips against the narrow slit in the horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, "Promise? Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised, "I do," and pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hada leaned forward and placed her own lips on the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of passion. She could feel this brief contact. Beating her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, it matched beat for beat in soft touch. "Thank you," said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, despairing in a single moment of eerie calmness. "Get back!" yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hada and the box, breaking the silence that would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hada gripped her flashlight tightly, pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddle of rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or what landed on what should have been him. There in the corner of the box was a pile of pieces, parts of a doll almost pulled apart, or perhaps just how Detective Hada had to think of him in the moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed, placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head cold pale, eyes opens, lips icy blue. Spirits stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story. It's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire or up the sky. Anywhere but Spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual? She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something. Fuck. I feel like if we do this, she is going to hate us.
Uh-huh.
But she would also hate this.
Yeah. But I feel like this cool story is buried just, ugh.
I think the top option is the best option here. The best of the worst. It's very minimalistic, but also impactful.
Mm-hmm.
Her robe hovering in the air begins to wrap itself around you, squeeze into her. It's like being hugged back, but you're also like being tied up. Certainly want instinctively you pull away, but it's an awkward movement. You nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit does nothing, and floats away without much of a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched you this truly strange interaction from the corner of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a bit so they can all have a moment before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7-6 seconds because the trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song.
No.
Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special to those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. Only lobster. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. What the fuck is... He's just here to tease us this entire game. I don't think he's real.
Can't believe this.
Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about to make with all the cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day. Even when you're a god, I mean narrator. You're doing it again right now. I need you to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Dipping in hot tubs with the spirit, you've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. What little talk? You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature. An evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. I just want to be totally clear,
concern?
even though that story bore some similarities about my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, or metaphorically, or any other ickly. You're gonna say?
No, I was just saying, is a shark jumping out of the water and into the pool a concern? I didn't realize.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty far jump. I believe you completely. Sure, you were just cut into pieces in your life, and so is the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island, trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place. Also completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue, your lips are blue. Really? You call this blue? Searching for answers, hoping to find... revenge? Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, coincidences. The city ahead, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Or, well, maybe it's coagulated by now, but no sweat to details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance to this world. Do you know how many swords that is? That's a lot. You've got to figure out how many sharp edges a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so I don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story like watching a movie in my sleep when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it. Interesting. Interesting. That's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Who cares if I believe you or not?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not the right answer, but it's the truthful answer.
If I say yes, she's gonna be like, "Oh, you're gullible."
Uh-huh.
I'll just say yeah. Oh, just wait, but yeah, I believe you. The way you told that story clearly came from someplace deep. Fool! Who taught you to trust a stranger? You're gonna get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Now you got me wondering, do you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answer?
My brain.
Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in the cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe me. Fortunately, before you can follow this conundrum, more questions. You find a certain someone standing before you with a fresh towel ready to dry off. Sorry kids, but it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and then tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. Watch Spirit stares off to the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her in first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs the towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. You head over to the campfire. The heat's comforting in this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing. Let's apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable. Die trying. Hand a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try and keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Sure. Well, there we go. So you're out, relax and look into the fire. The radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine and decide you might as well adore.
Let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to...
Let's start it off. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who do you like to summon? The stock bongo noise is great.
I like the bongo noises.
I think it does random ones. Spiriting around, I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those around. Comb. Well, I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back, though, and if you lose it, well... You get your revenge on me? It's the last thing I'll do. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe it isn't really sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Hey, DeWolves, thank you for the health check. Ah, wah, 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 wah. Darkness overtakes you. EB time.
Oh no, Kingdom Hearts.
I'm getting Norded. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now, you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even an amnesiac video game protagonist. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like, you'll never get to 100%, you hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to.
Is that why we drink water? To try to get to 100%?
Yeah, when are we getting 100% water speedruns? We can be like that one guy from that X-Men movie.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Link. Hey, Link, I actually have a thing. There you go. Because, look at Link.
Link's such a dweeb.
You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Huntress is rifling through my pockets. My coin! Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you, merely going to get to know you better by seeing what sort of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but well, yes, I am saying that. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up, so I was making sure they didn't do anything fishy. And I was making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. Oh my god, it's like Magneto.
Whoa.
While I've got you, you should really consider spending more time with me. I'm not scary. You're not? Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you since you got here, you know? Not in a creepy way. Huntress pauses for a long moment. Alright. In a charmingly creepy way. I've noticed how fun and loving you seem. If you spend time with me tomorrow, maybe I'll take you to a special place I found. It's all mine. None of the other killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet, it's isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. Now that's that's a good sell. That sounds very enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Shush. Huntress places a gigantic hand on your forehead, and your eyes flutter closed. Finally, alone. For real this time. Maybe. You drift to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. She stole the comb, probably. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Can you blame me for not getting along well with others? I mean, I haven't had a real conversation with anyone since I was a child. I take the fact that I haven't slaughtered the newcomer for their meat yet as a win. They look pretty tasty, though, so who knows what will happen tomorrow. Hey, Dwight, do we have tarragon on this island? Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage, so you can use it. I'm a master of self-control. And right now I'm using all the self-control I can muster, because today was a disaster. Let's try to say I didn't love it. Haha, that was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyways, I'm planning to kill this idiot. I don't tell them enough. I want to lead them a little more. I want to make it that much better for me when they're screaming. Yeah, today was fun. I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest anything that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. That seems pretty smart, so that's probably gonna happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself?
So true.
If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that used me and threw me away. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. I survived my first day!
Yay!
You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. There's not even suspicious of the fact that you'll fall asleep by a campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream?
No, not the it was all a dream ending.
Yo. It was all a dream. Wait, no, not a dream. You were just here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy, here comes the trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might not like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. I think it's poison. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also wish you luck. Today's an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm swamped with engagements, especially on the other islands. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is... Never mind, he left. But at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that. What the hell is that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he's definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. It's almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place you'd give a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, or 2 thumbs up to review to. Not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator just physically just knock that cup of coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn of his moment. What?
Aww.
I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me, and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I'd like to say something. Something of grave importance. Go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, I'm not saying even if that place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 of 5, 10 of 10, or a thumbs up, if it was crafted with love and or this type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it based on the artist's intent. And whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes there's small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of the creative process. Are you two trying to sell me on this place to actually being good? You don't have to say you like it. Especially after I saved you from a poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make great points. Oh sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? This, of course, apologies. No. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? I want to live. Yes, I'm having a lovely time. I'm just looking at something real quick. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, I had to check on something.
Yeah, no worries.
The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Is there a save button?
You know, that's a good question. I would assume.
I'm not suspicious there's no option. It's been entertaining. How else would you describe my stay on this island and entertaining? Wow, 10 stars, here we come. Can someone remind me to skip this section next time? Nope. We could ask you one more question, though. We had to sign away our rights to say anything negative. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Will you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Sure. Yes, I would hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract stating that I, Ezra, will never say anything negative about my stay here on the island. Hell yeah! Contracts I don't read! Excellent. Yes, yes! Hey, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review. Because we know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyways, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, which is with the grumbling I hear from your belly, it seems can only one thing. Breakfast. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls to the dining area. To lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes, bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here or yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Take your plate, sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day and on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday. But I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated, anyone see where I left my cleaver?
Oh my god.
Haha, just kidding, I always know where my cleaver is. That was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. No. Huntress now steps to talk about her feelings. This island is treacherous. I don't know what the newcomer thinks they're doing here, but it certainly isn't helping any of us. Whoa, Huntress pretends to be all independent, but is secretly kinda miffed you and her aren't getting along. Ah, well, that surely must be it. No one else would surely stand up during your breakfast too. Ah, and just like that, here comes the spirit. Did anyone sleep well, or did I say not? I haven't slept in 20 years on the account of this whole burning quest for familiar revenge thing. And last night was no different. So, in case it was exactly how it should be, I got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I am going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. I'm guessing Wraith had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of the group. Ah, perfect. Here he goes. Take us home, Wraith. Oh, hey, it was fun yesterday. I mean, not, like, too much fun, but would be weird. Yeah, like, a good amount of fun. And now they're looking at you expectingly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep him wanting more. You're getting good at this sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, we head to the hot tub by myself. To clear your head, yesterday, in short, was a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess is okay, right? You know, like, I may be pursuing a relationship with one of these four refined killers, but it seems like the person I'm getting to know the most is you!
Oh my god.
It's only okay in so much as it deserves to illustrate you've lost your minds. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it there. A little bit more, yeah. Yeah, that's it, yeah. How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now, I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that. Sir, I had no idea these two even do, whatever they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and we can hear everything. Oh, wow. Look at this really cool bottle of Trickster branded suntan lotion someone left on this chair. Anyone know where I can buy some?
Wow.
Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I can hear all you... Well, you know. You know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it sounded like fun. You think two people finding new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent fun? Oops. We have 5 minutes to ourselves each day, and we spend it hoping to stab each other in just the right spot? We won't get resurrected. I've come to believe the key is to finding the exact place we need to bleed from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think me and him were... Dwight? And they're laughing. Dwight, you don't need to laugh that hard. They get it. And she's fucking laughing about it.
Oh my god.
My life is a nightmare and somehow it even gets worse. Dwight doesn't deserve this, man. Let's go, lover boy. I already noted all of our entry wounds for our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, just please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both tragedy and a comedy. A cragamy.
Don't call it that.
Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, you were heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just sitting, soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from the disturbing thought... All is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped like the palm tree is standing over to screw with you. But that's no tree, it's... Trickster!
Oh my god!
Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone's just getting up and announcing how they're feeling? What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. What?
So you have 4
Yeah, I
hours
do.
to eat
Intermittent
all for your
fasting.
day.
Have you seen my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebrities hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show, catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for a far interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends just because we had a little talk. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy has gone and we have got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by. It's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people do not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. It's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one who seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot, but I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in a way that I do. Not that these are... Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them, and... Oh, I'll get them all, and I'll find my father, too, and I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura. waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary and more than a little hot, if you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on a murderer's island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I guess you'd do the same. You've seen her mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance, but you've also seen that there's a little more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? Consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go off with Spirit, the Wraith interjects! Honestly, Spirit's great. She's the only one around here who doesn't totally get on my nerves. I guess you got good taste, but I don't know. We could hang and I can show you some cool stuff if you want, or forget I said anything. Tough choice. You weigh in your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to get hacked into pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that all of these are cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And then die a horrible, wrenching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island is getting me tilted. So who will it be?
That's a mood.
I'm just gonna keep, like, a route.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go Spirit. You've made the correct decision, but know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog. Understand? Well, of course You've still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe our connection is real, but I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. A katana that I now wield in a spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho crap. Yeah, I feel you. For you, ask Claudette and Dwight to clarify. I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. Where are we going? Oh my god, it's a lighthouse! That's all a little misty. God. Is this Shutter Island?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Sure?
I mean, I have no way
is
of
Leonardo
DiCaprio
Spirit's father?
Yeah, uh-huh. Didn't you know?
You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the black lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it, and you can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You Spirit up and down, and you notice she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. There's red there. You cannot lie to me, I have eyes. You aren't doing tasks, you vented an electrical.
Oh my god.
I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. No!
God.
Excuse me!
No,
it's all colors!
Stop it. No, that's white.
No.
Actually...
Black is all colors!
Black is all colors. White reflects all colors.
No, I thought black, like, absorbs all colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't reflect back.
But now it is all colors. If I mix 5 colors together, it's closer to being black than it is white.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
It depends on if you're talking pigment versus light.
I'm talking pigment.
Then yeah.
Because, like, when I'm thinking colors as in, like, clothing, I'm thinking pigment, not light. Hey, Sheep. Sheep, do you like the new bingo thing? We gotta date a killer. Before we continue. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light, a dying star. Damn, that's dark. Your confident Spirit will vibe with this, but Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction, not that type of spaceships and lasers. There's no clown in this. It's just
clown's
trickster,
not in this, thankfully.
Trapper, Wraith,
Spirit, and Wraith.
Spirit, Huntress.
Mm-hmm.
The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes. blends perfectly with the mist rolling up over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that. The light and the sound recede as the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays down a towel and pats it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is it an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Thanks? Thanks, I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem, I figured as such. Spirit turns away while you lather lotion on your body. You need any help in those difficult spots? Oh no, she's gonna stab me.
Mm-hmm.
You see a hand float around your back. Sure, why not? Spirit's hand is on your back as ice cold. But she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. She's cheating!
That sounds pretty nice, actually.
Ask about the shards of glass. No. No. Could I ask about the glass, yeah. So if you don't mind, what's the deal with all the, like, glass? You really want to know? You're not creeped out by them? You're not creeped out, just nervous because you know the answer might be personal, but she's a person you'd want to get to know. I was just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that, or... it'd be horrible. It was worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull these little bits out that are stuck in my flesh right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me, and I will find you!
God, she's got daddy issues.
Oh my god, yeah. What? That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. That's why the way that fear and anger filled him up, and he came bursting out. And the way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's hard to not think about revenge, the dragon inside me. It's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was, I'm sure of it. I appreciate that. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. In life, in love, this world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use an assistance for reaching my delicate toes. What the fuck? Now we're on the toes?
No.
You know, having your body contorted to these vengeful poses really does a number on my joints. It rubs the lotion on its skin. You're not bringing that meme back.
Christ.
Ready.
Pass up the reference, huh?
Oh god. Oh fuck, I fucked it up. Got it. Got it. Sheep. I haven't played Survivor in ages. Fuck. Well, I suppose that lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there's a next time, I'm sure you'll do better. You look up at the lighthouse. Its ominous dark form hovering above this moment between Spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is. They're skill checks! This is like the 15th one or something.
It took me a second to realize, wait, these are just skill checks.
I haven't played Survivor in ages, man. I'm off my game. Sheep, if you're free, do you want to play Survivor after I'm done with a route of this? ship! From seemingly out of nowhere, there is an ancient-looking ship in the water! It glows! Itself a thing of death! A spirit of a ship that once sailed the seas centuries ago!
And if
you're good, sheep.
You can hear leedle, 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 lee.
Leedle, leedle, leedle. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the sea as it careens towards the shore before crashing on the rocks. It must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear distant shoutings of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Oh right, it does that sometimes.
Can't believe this.
Fuck. Yeah, it just does that sometimes. So, do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Then a minute, the ocean's quiet again except the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, whoever they are, you're sure they saw one of those skull and crossbone flags, aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith, he's emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or anything. I came here for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It's indifferent to his intention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Through the woods, through walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. They're no more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw washed up on shore one time. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even as beautiful in person as they are in the movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you catch my drift. It's all part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of lies that runs beneath the island or something. I'm pretty sure I figured it out, the basics anyhow. If you can come with me, you can get cut. Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off of Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hint and backs away a few steps slowly. For the quiet guy, he never shuts up. Okay, be that way, you'll see. Alone at last, tension broken, deathly moans quiet, and the Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to the spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. Can we not, like, talk about breathing in spirit, like, fog? It's not quite clear how the whole fog thing works, but you don't care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you can get a peek at the bathing suit underneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she puts a lot of work into getting that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see the interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst in and interrupt whatever you were doing. It seems like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a dramatic announcement. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back on the beach.
Okay.
Or we're making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard to be the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quietly. This isn't as what it was promised. Wait a minute, there's no announcement here. But there is a me! You got mud in your eyes? Friend, I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am, and so are you, but I know a way out. I've got a map back in my secret lair, and figuratively, yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead! Woo!
Oh my god!
Forgot a secret lair? Damn it. Said anything about a secret lair. Said, sap in my secret hair? There's no flap on my secret chair? Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. You're trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is. But in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. It's not me messing things up. I keep trying to tell you, it's this dang island. I've come to accept a difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it is, and there's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby and ringing your bell. That's so fucked up.
That's brutal.
So don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was a born fighter, a dragon that lives inside of me. I cannot fight even when... I can't not fight, even when I might want to do as high. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor! Fandango! If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks? Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. You do your little phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking, and we all know cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks.
That's true.
You cloak, I don't cloak. I'm no cloaker. Cloaker sounds like a fucking slur.
Yeah.
It's like people have been saying clanker recently.
There's been articles about that. It's
I know.
The first news anti-robot or anti-AI term has been coined.
Bro, that's been a thing for ages. It's a Star Wars reference.
Insane.
You have no idea what they're talking about, but it sure sounds like some video game community forum thread minute if I've ever seen a thing. It sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. Ahem. I think I was brought here to make a choice. I'm going to do that now, and I choose... When it comes down to it, neither of these two seems easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her butt. She has a certain charm to her gloom. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. And don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second-guessing yourself must burn calories. You can't lead with "don't take this the wrong way" and just fucking roast someone like that.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you're a piece of shit.
Don't take this the wrong way, but man, you are ugly. The fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck?
Face only a mother could love? Bah humbug, she can't even do that.
Bro, we're fucking roasting him. No offense is taken. It's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill Wraith. So when it's like the ding 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 happening, bodies found, and I have to go figure out what the fuck is going on, Spirit walks you around the corner to show you something she discovered in the place, and knew was meant to be connected with your journey. A cherry tree. It's just a small sapling, but it's begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make any sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. Also doesn't seem to make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. Spirit steps up to the tree, a cold breeze pulls some of the petals off, and they come cascading through the air around the both of you. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic, of course, and of all good symbols, their meanings are pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among the cherry blossoms is like being at a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they may be, they aren't magical, they're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away. And for this reason, they're also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, of our fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to the special moment, to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel, Ezra? I'd say I'm empowered.
Yeah, because I mean, if people would come all that way to see beauty that's just like a short burst. Like it makes it feel like I don't have to be 100% all the time, you know?
Yeah.
It's empowering.
The knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life is like the beauty of a flower in bloom. It allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking. I was just answer from the heart. I can't let it bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. No. Oh. No. Wait.
Did it autosave?
When was this?
That was about 20 minutes ago.
Was that about 20 minutes ago?
7:33. It is 7:52 now.
No.
I mean, you could probably skip through it faster, but...
Yeah. Oh. My death can. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little shit.
Cooper.
What?
Yeah. Are you gonna have to do skill checks again?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do skill checks again.
I get greats on all of these.
I can do this better this time.
Uh-huh.
Way better.
Yay, good job.
Just Juice does that sometimes. Also, I can just hold this. I didn't know that
That's
originally.
useful. Alright, you better save.
I can't save here.
Oh no.
Frustrated. I think she's frustrated, so I should be frustrated. Hi, Panda Bear. How's it going?
The,
Hey, Behemoth. The beauty of the island, the attention of such an interesting companion, it should bring you joy, but it comes at the price of being completely confused and hopeless. You look down and see the crumbling cherry blossom on the ground at your feet. As you stare at it, something begins to rage inside you. Like a dragon! Yakuza?
yeah.
How can anyone find comfort even for a moment with death and decay looming on the horizon? It makes me so frustrated, it makes me so mad. I want to do something about it. I want to strike against this shitty reality. Spirit lets you go off staying calm despite your bubbling rage. She must know thoughts like this is why she asked you, so you'd see things from her point of view. I want to be alive. Feel connected to her at this moment more than you have in this point of life. Does she feel the same? What's the fallen cherry blossoms represent? Souls of the samurai warriors, those with noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it, held their swords, and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me and my noble bloodline, my life is ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they'll soon replenish as if it were installed here by someone. You watch as Spirit chooses her words carefully, by something with no respect for the balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. We know we don't believe you, right? Yep. But this time, we've got really good reason. And it's nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force, because that's definitely not happened. Nobody accused you of that, but go off. We're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. Guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time here today with me. I enjoyed it. Me too. Before we do anything, I suppose we should, like, save. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just for just the remaining anxious sweat from spending the afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. Enough with the gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gag where I have them cram on one screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here. And they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone being careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. Surprised you that these 4 are falling for you, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Raptor seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do anything better than that.
Damn,
if I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shank. Rare salt, pepper, no sauces allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain.
This ain't his first rodeo.
This ain't his first rodeo. I like broccoli. Fuck, man. Why'd they make Wraith such a goober?
Absolute dweeb energy.
Trapper, it gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what rare lamb's done to my bowels. It's awesome. What the fuck, man?
Christ.
Dinner will be sure shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you share your day with the rest of the group? You had an interesting stay for that, sure, but will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. Be coy?
So yeah, do you want to be, kind of reserved, or...
Wasn't really like a date, but more people avoiding everyone else, and choosing to be alone, but doing so in a relatively close proximity to each other. That's exactly right. Could not have said anything of value better than myself. Sarita is clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. No surprise, she doesn't like people getting into her business. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. And they are all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's very supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica. Not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical space. Oh, are they talking about The Thing?
Uh-huh. I think so. Because that's a big part of it, is, by the end, they don't... The few people that survive do so because they don't trust anyone.
That's an interesting question, Sheep. I want to be able to throw the survivors into the ocean and watch them drown. Bony appetit. Shut the fuck up, Claudette. Don't you mean bon? No, almost everything here we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust the crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Ignore them. Is there anything else we can do for you? Anything at all? Anything? A manners book, perhaps? It's fine, we're used to this kind of shabby treatment here on Jerk Island. Everyone, if you would please be so kind to follow us to the fire pit, we greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is gonna happen! Something that's gonna change everything! You can go willingly or unwillingly, you have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good, something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. Why do you make Wraith such a dweeb? I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving to the fire pit. If only to get away from Wraiths complaining. Take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heats. They did!
Yeah.
Yeah, every single one of these outfits that are in the game, you can... Yeah, it has an entire collection. It's kind of cool. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for the other killers to take their places. That's honestly fair. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think... Are they allowed to simply place my thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens! Honestly fair. Fair Link. Everything's almost seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh cool, and now everyone's looking at you. Say no, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Charades, Boggle. Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Oh, fuck off. Wraith points to his spine skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of his way. Who knows what that thing can do? It probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. And now you can't tell if you're warmed by the fire or your nerves are heating up. I know the fire is right here, but if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not in it here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, right? Ezra was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Sure, I'll tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Oh my god, the funniest thing about Trickster in this was just like, yeah, people shouldn't eat anywhere before noon or after 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, that's like 4 hours in a day that you're able to eat. What the fuck are you on about?
The joys of intermittent fasting.
Oh god, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Which story are we gonna fuck up the most?
Mm-hmm.
I think romance is the best option. 'Cause that's kind of what Wraith, or not Wraith,
Yeah.
Spirit did. And so far, we've been putting all of our eggs in our basket for her. I'll tell a romantic story about two lovers who take poison together and die frothing at the mouth. Hell yeah! Leonardo DiCaprio, Romeo and Juliet. How about
The one with
two
guns?
strong hunt? Yeah, the one with guns. Fucking like early 2000s, like fucking San Diego.
I love
Doth
it.
thou have swords? So fucked, man.
Fetch me my long sword. Oh. It's just a fucking shotgun.
About two strong hunters who when they both try to bludgeon the same wily Wolverine. What are you on about? Not quite. It's about my parents. How they met at a party at college he was hosting, and she had been dragged there by some friends. Bro, we're such a stick in the mud. Also, we're an amnesiac. How are we remembering this?
Yeah.
They couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major. Women's studies! No!
Ah.
Oh, God. They were married within 2 months. Bit soon to know if I can trust someone. Don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly, I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted to their partner. Love can spark from a mere look across a campfire. I've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. Except for Trickster, who has wandered over to the bar and is loudly playing his own music on headphones to drown you out. Fucking Trickster, man. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but that was actually quite bad. Sorry, but the narrator keeps it real. We can't just end it there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? Look from Kill Killer and decide who might be the most entertaining. Do we choose her again?
I mean, you said you were sticking to a route. So.
Yeah. Suppose I could tell a story. I really don't want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it.
Damn.
Got him. It's called The Bride, or I suppose the Fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per their latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony on the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby, chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the details of the wedding, to created invitations, figured out the seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. They chose Loki, by the way. So fancy. What kind of cakes are those? I'm looking this up.
Oh.
Oh, it's passion fruit?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, why is she... Is that also, like, how... Is that the name for it in, like Asian countries and stuff? Because apparently that's the Hawaiian name for passion fruit.
Maybe.
So, like, I don't know. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead to set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was not to be trusted. Fucking real. Having decided on such a lovely, natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancé decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found, and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding. So they'd be at the height of their freshness and their beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the bride, or the fiancé, since they had not been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so she could at least choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, fiancé told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand to run before the wedding. Except for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautifully white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Bro, you should have not in your dress.
Uh-huh.
Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems she could, collecting them in a basket. However, she came upon a once familiar clearing. Something was not as expected. Somehow, it was even more beautiful now than it had ever been before. And just on the edge of her view, a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and more colorful, she became so dizzy looking at them. The fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of the spring air, the fiancé crept further and farther into the woods until she turned a corner and stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk and realized she'd been there before. But this wasn't the clearing she'd remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems to festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had now been, only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered from the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, into the forest, but there was no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. Fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blossoms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Oh my god, it skipped like another one. I thought it was beautiful and sad, just like someone we know. That was story time. A lot of people like to take potshots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of these episodic style. No. Episodic storytelling. No. No. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between the audience and creator. I will say that. If you're talking about, like, oh, they announced that we're going to make a Hobbit movie and now there's 3 of them, the pressure isn't just on one individual movie to meet expectations. It's the thing as a whole. But, like, I guess it's harder to follow that up when you make like, I guess a good example is, like, John Wick, right?
Yeah.
John Wick, the first movie, didn't, like, it wasn't even thought of that we were going to get, like, sequels. Tell me, Ezra, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to our next segment for the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic movement. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight and don't try to end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight's basically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this back to the hot tub so I can soak my bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes. Please, enough talk of burns, things that are lit, or getting blazed. It's even enough that these activities have us sit next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you've gotten too far. If it's running away with someplace more secluded, Ezra is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed reflects my giant stature, but that's because I chose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice. They even note the fact that her walk speed is, like, slower than most people. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so all over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting for each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or is it just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems the attention of everyone else is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could just move on with our lives, or you could just, special projects we might have going. You heard him, who will it be? You might not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either, but with this streaming reality TV show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? I'm just gonna go on one route. Spirit? Oh, you picked me! Yay! Sorry that was rude of me. I despise phoniness. I should just be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these killers at all cost, even when I hate the game and the prize, but I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth. Imagine sweet, sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, but I'm getting really into... Oh, fuck. I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep within yourself and bring everything you got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know. The rules are here better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. Bar. Arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette, both holding cocktail shakers, surrounded by a bevy of bottles of assorted booze. No, I'm saving.
Probably a good idea.
Who's ready to get wasted? Well, I don't drink, so not me. You really don't drink ever? Is it that like a because it will just fall out of a hole in your stomach thing, or... I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and the mind. I don't need to act like a fool to have a good thing. A time thing. What?
Yeah.
A good time thing?
Weird. Yeah.
Then why did you choose mixology lesson on your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person ever learned anything out of one of these things. Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Tie a cherry knot in a...
Yeah, the words there are not quite in the right order, I feel.
They're not in the right order? Tie a cherry stem in a knot. Oh my god.
Less.
Whoa, who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business? That's off menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing. and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed by your father, on whom you will have your bloody revenge, right? We will be, so be it. What do you drink? I'll stay sober. I've got an impression that tonight is going to be a night I want to remember, so I'm going to pass up on the alcoholic drinks. Here. Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. Spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through it. Cherry juice splatters everywhere, and its little fruity guts flop into Spirit's lap. That's not how cherries work.
No, that's how cherry works. Yeah.
What?
You're ridiculous.
Oopsie. One of the upsides to wearing black, it hardly shows stains. That is true. No takesy backsies. So, lovebirds, what drink shall we make? Dark and stormy.
The only one of these I don't really know offhand would be the zombie.
Yeah, I kind of want a dark and stormy. I want a dark and stormy drink for my dark and stormy date. Oh, that one is cute. Yeah!
There you go.
10 out of 10, only dating because I'm going to steal Big Hat.
Uh-huh. That's fucked up.
Dude, it's fucking stonks, you know?
Uh-huh. I mean, this is a cool hat. Don't get me wrong.
Please allow us to demonstrate how dark and stormy is made. First, rum, or in this case, rum extract, and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice. And then fresh ginger beer. That sounds so good. Rum, apple juice, and ginger beer? Oh.
Do we need to make a trip to get some after this?
I wouldn't be able to do that after this.
No, not... Look, everything is technically after this.
Yeah, it's true. Garnish it with a lime wheel and drink, the end. Do you think you're up to the challenge of replicating this recipe, Ezra? Replicating rum substitute in ginger beer over ice? Don't forget the lime wheel! It's integral! It's a fucking canon event! You better not forget that damn lime wheel! Rum substitute. And ginger beer over ice. It was something else. It was rum substitute, apple juice.
Apple juice.
We're already forgetting one! We're done! Not sure I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural. Sassy natural. You and Dwight might have something in common. Don't you dare. Spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her drink of dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at you, at your petty behavior. On cue, a literal dark storm begins to make its way from the ocean. Here, taste your own dark and stormy as you watch the clouds approach. It's quite refreshing. Isn't this fun? Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun that I've had since we've gotten here. That is true!
Yeah.
And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, we got plenty of time left to relax. Want to make out a little? You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately begin coughing before you can get a yes out. Lightning strikes the palm tree on the beach and it immediately starts fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudia and Dwight usher you two away from the bar. Oh. Gangs all together in the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was. Oi. Feels like I've been here a lot longer than actually. It's been 2 hours. 2.5 hours, actually. It's so late the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly then. Beauty rest. Do not recommend the eternal damnation perpetual narratum. Think you've really used your time since then. Really getting to know the game, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know the 4 types of people, anyway. Let's gather at the volleyboard for a new type of game! Pitch your dream date and see who Ezra chooses! We're out here! Who's ready for round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you all about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. And in no particular order, which is the weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it? Even if that's the case isn't a subtle dig? Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in a polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also larger meta-narrative of the Dead by Daylight dating experience?
Ugh.
Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you, and I'd love to. So, Ezra, you're thinking of picking me? Well, here's your final warning, pick me and be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much, I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make the fans shit themselves with excitement.
Wow.
If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. If you're not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. That time is up. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options if you're ready to choose in the morning. Now it's dream about all these swoon-worthy options if you're ready to choice gone. Have a swell night. Did you forget to mention something? Gosh, how could we forget? Bring on off to slumber peacefully. There's one more thing to do. Well, they only pitched me one of them.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to get, like, pitch dates from everyone, or just Trapper?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Weird.
And giving them a little push. Hold up. This has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm just finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. And now's time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof, it's like butchering, but it gets even worse. You can't kill a killer. Like, can you break their heart? Do you dare even try? You mean... That's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? Because it will hurt someone's feelings! Someone dangerous! So gonna be champ, what's your thought on the process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate them. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear, hard to track. I'm still, like, was I supposed to get pitched multiple dates?
Yeah.
Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. We're gonna eliminate Wraith, because I feel like he's too anxious to do anything.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm here, I'm horny, I'm not really getting positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement from you, Wraithy Poo! Please don't take this personally, it's just an opinion of you and who you are and your... and what you are deep down as a person and how I don't like it. Please give me something, you know, a kiss, a wink, a hold my hand. Finish telling me about all this mysterious stuff you're obsessed with. Or better yet,
I like how
don't.
I like how it's like, it's not personal. Except
It
it
is.
Yeah,
Wraith rises,
100%.
taller than ever before you've ever seen him, and calmly walks to the exit. Before he leaves, he turns to you. When you came here, I thought perhaps you'd be different. I don't know why my last bit of hope in humanity has been snuffed out. Hadn't been stuffed out, but it wasn't. It is now. You are just like the rest of them. There's no hope of goodness here. The only thing I can do is try and escape. Or burn everything and everyone to the ground. He leaps. Pretty badass exit. Was not expecting that. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind, because, of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Ezra when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with...
Oh my
their
god.
own mostly new fucking
Christ.
trickster body pillow. The next best thing to real trickster. It might not hug you back, but definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Ezra. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've just done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you do it. But you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. In elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil-may-care, but truth is, I'm really pessimistic at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is skewered by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how did you know? Wild guess. It's also the only thing you talk about.
God.
If you excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree and I'm feeling peckish. No!
No!
That immediately gives you negative aura.
Immediate
-2
red flag to
behavior.
Ezra.
I know I said some things when Ezra kicked me to the curb and, just wanted to say I'm embarrassed for how I acted. Not what I said, though. I stand by it. I want everyone here to, burn. How would I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If Ezra's goal is to impress me, things are going poorly. But if Ezra's goal is to get themselves killed, they're doing an amazing job. Of course Ezra is into me. Why wouldn't they be? I'm thoughtful, beautiful, surrounded by a calming mist. I've also got gray hair. And since I'm technically dead, I'm extremely low maintenance. Look, I don't like to throw the term anime waifu around too often.
Oh my god.
But if the body pillow fits, snuggle it, you know what I mean? What? You're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm a cog. I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute,
a cog,
though.
but you're a cock.
Charmingly low-budget, old-school marketing vibes, not gonna lie. Kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with the reality show-style dating competition with survival elements. But I've got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series of my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check out IP Island. It's so dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers take a hike. Dude, I love how meta this is. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said it was about them, don't worry. Taking your favorite established character from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghostfoot. Don't say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever, I don't care. I'm the trickster. See you around, Ezra, you two narrator. I have a name too, you know. You do? Yes, seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you supposed to be sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing you're getting all wet. Now, it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall on the left. It's okay, never mind. Never What does that mean? I'm losing my mind. Rudachi.
I'm afraid I have no good answer for you.
No, not you too. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How is that? You know what? I don't care. You two look pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in 2nd grade, you cheated on the algebra test once. Watching Wraith get eliminated was the first time in an unending spiral staircase of pain that's been my life that I felt an even modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks, it sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity, this unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves, wailing seagulls is like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? And what kind of sentient being would do this to us? Please erase us from this existence, make it go so I was never born, pull the plug from this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up.
No.
Yikes, huh? That was a weird way to end. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone's bound to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everyone had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. You're using a killer crab as a soft pillow, which is sort of okay with. What is that? You don't know what about killer crabs? Oh right, you didn't go to the Huntress state. You really missed out. It was thrilling, or I guess it would have been. You should have played the game again to get that reference, I suppose. Pillow on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is the look on their excitement terror? Excitement? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with the zombie butterflies in your sleep. It's happened before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time. Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers stand, flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate to watch with your ex. Suddenly the message is clear. You are going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-ass cameos in this show. I'm gonna chew his agent out. But before they walk over for the big moment, little Birdie told us someone in particular has an extra strong crush on you. And another Birdie reminded us that you've been kind of a dick since you got here, so we reserve the right to withhold that information, even if it leads to you making a terrible decision that gets you murdered. So you're ready? Of course, and you're not. But too bad, we're on schedule. I think this might be the last thing. You make your way over to a row of hotties. Claudette, Dwight, standing off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been 48 hours, but clearly sparks are in the air, and I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for our newcomer to express their love. Wait, we have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't. But who cares? Ezra, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower is the symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right, I suppose. But no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. That's a good idea. I tried to pick a rose and I got an ouchie, so we settled for these. Beautiful. Done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. Hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. Their thing, right? Like, you get that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. I've got other things to think about right now. Ezra, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? I think it's pretty fucking obvious. You approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat. I'm gonna get that hat. I'm gonna get that fucking hat. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person and resist the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. And we shall, up the eye of the dark storm that is our reality, to the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. It's time to see what you're made of, Ezra. I thought it'd be nice to start the day out on Trappers. Yeah, why are we here? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, dude. Trapper hates me.
So mad.
Thought it might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's yacht before we head up to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical island stuff, like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit at least. There's more to me than just what you've already experienced. You know, that my whole vibe can be dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair, I'm gonna steal that hat. This wasn't always who I was. It was a normal young woman once. I went to school, hung out with friends. I even had a part-time job while working at a restaurant in town. And then, well, you know, what happened? Your father, he murdered me and I awoke as an undead avenger. That's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen, and I don't know by whom. A lot of the time when you think about ghosts, they're these see-through, flickering specters. You imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through them. Ooh, that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect around this world around you. I don't know. It depends on which movie you're watching. But when I died, I dare you to try and reach your hand through it. Well, when I died, okay. Not really, that's not an invitation, it's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. I've got my ideas, but I'm not exactly out here digging around in the caves or dusting off antiques, trying to find clues or analyze the meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though, and I just want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process, but... And that one, that I have an extremely little respect for as a person. But you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are or where you come from, and rather than freak out, you simply try and swim away. You're just giving this a chance. I don't know. I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think, means you've got courage. Or an open mind, I don't know. Maybe you stuck around. Because you like someone you met here. Maybe. The two of you were getting all deep and flirty. Yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everyone. Everybody off. There were other stops? Oh no. Not of this trip of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. I'm just messing with you. This is the only stop. No one here is really looking out for our fun, so we have to make it for ourselves. But no, there's no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. Don't say that, Claudette. The ship doesn't have a poop deck. Oh, it will. What the fuck do you mean, Claudette?
No, Claudette, stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
No. Absolutely not. -2 everything that was in that conversation. What the fuck? Oh. You arrive at the beach near the majestic Black Lighthouse. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds lazily circles. Give me 2 seconds, chat. Flock of birds circles lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today, see? Spirit places her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against your skin. It's cool to the touch, but you feel... Is that the faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So what happens now? I will show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one who has lived to tell about it. We're going there. Sir points to the top of the lighthouse, among the circling birds. There's birds!
Birds.
It's actually up there. Have you seen it? Hey y'all, how you doing today? Oh, for fuck's sake. Certainly seems to be taking a whole elimination thing, or this is the opposite of that. Better not bring it up at all and just hope he doesn't completely melt down. Hey Wraith, you seem pretty chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than what's usually going on. He's... takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air he's ever sucked. As a thank you for choosing anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone, again, forever. This is how it's meant to be. I feel alive. He is not taking it well.
No, he is taking it hard.
Are you done? We're kind of, on a date you just mentioned? I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. Do you mind? Oh, right. What you doing? Heading up to the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island from there, in fact. Spirit thought you said no one's been up there to live to tell about it, but it sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but... He waves her arms at the Wraith from head to toe. If he's not dead, he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date. Hey now, we can solve our problems without our hair flowing up into menacing shapes. I'll just be over there, running away. Enjoy the view. I think Wraith was kidding about the whole being up there thing. The view isn't even of the island. What you can see is mostly ocean on account of it being, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point regarding how do I say it? Spirit's hand floats up as she scratches her head contemplatively. What's your mortal status? Because despite what our lengthy friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering that brings doom to it from all corners of the world, if not further. Well, duh, you saw a frickin' pirate ship travel through space and time only to crumble at the rocks. I think I'm alive. I'm here with you, walking this beach. Feels nice and warm on my feet. Feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess I don't know. If you come up with me to the Black Lighthouse, you may not return. Because we have something, I won't deny it. I feel it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here, right now, to figuring this out as friends, we could pull this risk for another time.
Also, I may hop on a call real quick for a
bit.
Oh.
I'm saving right here, chat. Just be friends? Ouch, is this her way of letting you down easy? I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it might not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, let's go up and maybe die. Fills your lungs. You might be the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with this information. I don't need another friend. I want something more I'd risk my life for. Right this way? We're so gonna die, chat. Inside the lighthouse, it's almost pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside this place, it's like the void. The last thing you see as the final rays of the sun leave you is a horrible sight. A petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching not up but down as if it's been crawling. Watch your step. The things we do for love. Ooh, it's like nighttime up here. When you arrive in the lantern room at the top of the Black Lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out, and it's seemingly defunct. The dust cakes the room as though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow, it's just morning a moment ago. How is it night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking out of the ocean all day. We've enjoyed this peaceful time together with you, taking the view, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kind of the perfect date. Really? I just called it the perfect date and you can't be bothered to remember of it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember of it. It's just, for some reason, my mind's completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead. Oh, you're already dead and have been, or are you already dead and have been this entire time? That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. Even turned off, the light, it has power to it. The massive lens reflects moonlight through itself. Subtle sparkle has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went, staring into this light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thank you for spending the day with me. I had a really good time. Don't get me wrong, this is really cool and all, it's just I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose if you thought you were walking to your death and nothing happened, I'd feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry, anyhow, it's time to go. Here, let me flip on the light for the staircase so it's easier to get down. The stairs still look pretty dark. Maybe Spirit's interrupted by a strange hum and then it becomes frighteningly clear to you. That switch wasn't for the stairs. It was for the main lantern. The main lantern that's now getting ready to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up from your nose. Oopsie, it makes me... That wasn't for the lights at all. Now you see who's really alive and really who's dead, I suppose. So bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. I'm not sure how I'd see the logic in that. I want to see it, but... Well, I'm a little scared. Don't look into the light. Open your eyes and look at me, and I'll keep you safe. Oh. Oh, God. Okay. 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 Skill checks. Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by punishing you to do something you weren't meant to. You're so brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you put yourself through this for me. It shows me you're real. Despite your attempt to resist it, it's an incredible force of energy from the Black Lighthouse's lantern. I refuses to subside. No. It cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, it was just a trivial game, and this is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Ooh. Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead? Feeling more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. You wake up to hear Spirit's muffled voice, like a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair, and the air dampened and feels like ash. It takes time for the sound to clear up, and eventually Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not you. You know how sometimes people say, it's not you, it's me? Well, this time, it's you, and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe what you were doing was I thought what you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today I just saw what love looks like, and it looks a whole lot different than this. I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. Oh yeah, fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping... Don't you say it? I'm dumping Everett McMillan, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. Rin, Trapper turns from Spirit and looks directly at you. And you realize you're looking at... that you're laying on the ground of a weird tunnel. I think your shouting woke up Ezra. Attempt to be as quiet as possible. You hold your breath and just freeze in place. Sorry you woke you up, Ezra. After what happened, you'd probably be better off sleeping for a bit longer. Things just got out of hand. How'd you know? You were talking in your sleep basically non-stop until you woke up, then it got quiet. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't speak Dutch. Je spreek Netherlands? Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah, see, there you go again. The jizz goes up. You're awake now, and you have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation I don't need to be involved in. I don't know how I got here, not here on this island, but in this creepy tunnel. As far as the island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. We as you, the trapper and you? After the lighthouse came on, you blacked out on your way back down. I thought you might have hit your head or something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or old around here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe, and I asked the trapper for help. It's not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. That's so funny. I could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but I don't trust them. But you trust Trapper? Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you're right, but you get what you see. But you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects to different places on the island. What's up, guys? Taking it island mystery is my favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place is private. Don't look at me, I didn't tell him about it. Half of the appeal of this spot was getting away from people like him. Well, geez, I can see I'm not welcome. So, are you a threeple now? A thruple? Because I gotta say, I didn't really get the whole trapper spirit thing, but hey, if it's not my business, I don't stick my nose in it. We're not a thing, nobody traps the trapper, not with traps or relationships. You do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyways, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head about 50 meters down this way, you'll find Get Out. It looks around to be doubly sure that Trapper is addressing him. I was just leaving. The island is... This island, it's a lonely place, which is great for me. I adore being alone. Trapper, on the other hand, is quite needy. And after a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me, and it became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because someone didn't want to have that talk, but we're more than friends. I dispute the events as told. For the record, I don't pursue, I stalk, and I lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of those things we were good at. So I hate to ask, like... but did I just look into a refrigerator-sized death ramp just so I could get more of a glutton for punishment than I thought? What were you good at? Well, for starters... Excuse me, I'll take this question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, it's that I'm on a quest for revenge. Exactly. What you might not know is Trapper is like a great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's the only one way to compliment a killer. Revenge isn't against friends who hadn't turned their back and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Revenge from a barista that once wrote Ewan on his cappuccino, knowing his name was Evan. For starters, who thinks about revenge as much as I do? Trapper is an inspiration. But they say to never date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, Ezra, and you showed me that it's okay to be lost, feel prophetic, and push when you have nothing real to offer anyone. I'm not sure where you got all of that from, but okay. You held a mirror up to my own doubts and fears and showed me that there aren't everything about me, that I can embrace those things, but not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground in a dark cave or a dusty old tunnel. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross. Clearly appealing to Trapper's better features has a winning strategy for dumping his ass, because he seems to be taking it quite well. This whole half-assed dating show parody thing, at first I obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of moron would just be... There would just be an audience for this. But then we spent time together and I realized there was something actually there. That's not how actually is spelled, right? I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, Ezra, while we were knocked unconscious by some minor head trauma, like a total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely naturally, because I trust her and I value her opinions. That doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to get through me first, by passing the Trapper's Test, coming to Behavior TV, Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions or die by my blade. Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her by her murderous father, and which she only lets her real friends call her. It's Yamaka State, right? Rin? Okay, you got that one. Don't celebrate yet. Question 2. What lives inside the spirit? A dragon! Sure, everyone knows that. That won't be easy. Question 3. Where did the spirit work back when she was a normal college girl? A restaurant! I know to think I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I ever mingled with the help like that. What the fuck, Trapper? Question 4. What's Spirit's favorite color? Black. Are these questions largely superficial? Sure. Maybe I just didn't get to know Spirit all that well. Maybe that's why she dumped. Maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? Question level 5. The final question. You got this, Ezra. According to the Spirit, what's worse than being dead? Not for being seen as you are. When I pitched Trapper's Test to the suits at Behavior TV, they told me there's no room in the budget for the new car to be given as the final prize for winning. So I killed them all right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve any of the budget problems, it sure felt good. I'm telling you this, A, to brag, and to B, to explain why the only thing you're gonna win for me is for me to say congratulations on winning the test. Not that it was some huge challenge, I mean. The woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the darkness has a chip on her shoulder about being seen. Good figure. You're probably guessed, but rules are rules. Even if I literally just made them up on the spot, you got it right. So I guess I approve of you dating Spirit or whatever. I never actually cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me an excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe I'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink, wink. Trapper out. I'm sorry you had to endure that. Wait, 5 measly questions? That was nothing. Not even that. As ridiculous and unnecessary it was, the whole thing. Like, waking up in a random tunnel, overhearing our argument, then here's the Trapper and I had something going on, the stupid quiz, all of it. Especially the whole Trapper out crap catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you, none of that would have happened if I didn't. And I do like you too, Spirit. Please, call me Rin. Rin. I didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There's something else I wanted to show you. Alone. Up on the lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gutter, Ezra. It's not that kind of game. What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told. Wait, no, that is kind of game. Disregard the gutter comment. Will you come back up there with me? There's no place I'd rather be. In before I fall down the stairs and die. You're excited to return to the lantern room of the lighthouse despite all of the drama and worry that was previously part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be here with the Spirit, which makes it all more crushing. And then you're interrupted by Claudette and Dwight. God damn it. Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. Where they explain why they're here, what they're supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl. And the lens begins to glow. Now, in a now familiar way, you prepare to shield your eyes, in case something bad happens to you again. Now's not the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans, Dwight and Claudette. Shield your eyes, we don't know what the lighthouse will... Now, please don't interrupt. We think after all this time, you should know that we've got your best interest in mind. Wait, what? No, I don't think that Got wax in your ears, friends? I asked not to interrupt. Too late. The black light flares. In the darkness, you can see something horrible and strange. In that place of Claudette and Dwight are two ghoulish silhouettes. Or you can focus on them. The light passes, and the two survivors are returned to their normal state. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch your language. You shouldn't speak that way. Around... What the fuck? Around your elders. It's Oni! Grandpa! My little ring. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? They grow up so fast. Oh, what? That's her meet Grandpa Kazan. Yeah, come on. Well, technically he's not Grandpa. Technically he's my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. But that's a lot of greats to say in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since I watched her from the afterlife when she was a little girl. And I expect you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect, except Rin. She can do whatever he wants. She's my precious little angel. But you, Oni stares with his demonic eyes. You're pretty sure even the decorative third eye in his mask is looking at. You mongrel, you must treat me with respect, or so help me. I will be cleaning bits of your head off of my Kanma bow. Kanma bow is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, by the way. I'm not too sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of the noble Yakuman of bloodline in the first place. Dirk, Claudine, explain to me what's going on. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette. Remember we explained to you we were going on some... we were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and withhold your approval. 5 greats! Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir, honor, master, sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you to here to think that you have a great judgment because... if they summoned my father, I would have been too distracted by torturing him for all eternity to continue with the rest of whatever this show is. Oh yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my own power and magnitude could help. Self-important much. Nice to meet you, Kazan. Only my friends and family can call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear at my presence call me Oni. You're seeing a serious resemblance to the trapper, not only seer size of the man that the Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently Spirit has a type. You sure you can or want to measure up to that? It dawns on that you... Wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you've tried to look at your own reflection, however, you became dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought, but for now, it is time to consider the fact that you might have some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with the Kazan. Peasant, I realize now the true purpose of this visit is to extinguish you. Oni waves his great katana in the air. At you menacingly, like great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Oh my god. Hold up there, Grandpops, not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days always wanting to kill people, and waiting to kill people, insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you just did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, for such an imposing presence, he's sure giving us serious old man yells at cloud vibes. See, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. We didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much if you ask me, but I didn't make the rules, the rulers did, and that's exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public executions. What were we talking about? Spirit giggles at her grandfather, and I'm not saying all those greats every time. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to list every activity available to samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant. You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from any activities that didn't benefit Bushido Code. such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a sailor I would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Now, not saying that I did that because I have honor, but my body built like an entire castle. It's quite hard to hide. But clearly, you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of shifting rules and traditional Japanese samurai etiquette. So many words! Rin, what do you want with such an uneducated admirer like this? It's hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who was and wasn't allowed to do leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're really not sure how to handle this massive, demonic old man. Wait, I get it, Rin. My beautiful descendant, you invite me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in! Claudette, Doris, fetch my cannabo. Rin, wrap your robe up around this mongrel's hand and hold them in still. I will splatter their brains out on the beach together as a family. Grandpa, no. That's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Ah, yeah, sure. Wink, wink. Saying the whole wink thing out loud is kind of getting out of hand. I swear, Ezra has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love and with in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up only? Of course. Who might expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Jesus. Just come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Oh my god. Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There is no way he's ever hugged anyone in his entire life. Saving here. I think I'm good over here, actually. Right now, push them my way and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yokomaka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on a course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father! Your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yokomaka name! The lust for violence in your voice, it fills me with cheer! I will never forget who I am! I suppose if this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Ezra treats me poorly, you have my word on our family's honor. I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind the mask of the Oni. Are you sure you want to marry into this? One last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. Now let's go, servants Clint and Denise. Return me to my stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and attended to. Yes, sure? I swear, this is still better than dealing with the trapper's dad. I'm sorry if it was disrespectful of your great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a special man. I realize we'll never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to, or want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's Cave right now avoiding his vintage bear traps. But it's not the life I've imagined myself. This sense of abstract duty, danger to the world changing around me, a lust for blood. That's no way to live. And yet, as you know, it is the Yakamako life. Blah. Forever I'm cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me. Or maybe I was until now. Call me the dragon. Don't say that. You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we've spent enough time in the lantern room. We should go back down to the beach. Moonlight sets a romantic mood as storm clouds roll in, surrounded by the black lighthouse. Fucking Radechi, that line was... You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. Spirit removes her robe, showing her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Maybe you can help me get the head start of applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again? Yeah, I mean, of course. Last time was, well, definitely felt more connected afterwards. To be totally real with you, I was gonna ask you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear, though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there is anything wrong with feet, it's just something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady, steady. Oh my god. Okay. No! God, that's so damn hot. I love feeling your hands sliding up to why is it the foot fetish route? Why is there a foot fetish route? What is this game? I needed a second, chat. My skin has never been more moist. Get up here right now. Before you find a towel to wipe off your lotioned hands, Spirit grabs you and pulls you close. Her lips lock to yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon. You find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit come undone. Come here. So this is what it feels like to fly. Spirit pulls you close. A bit of glass presses into your flesh. Plain pleasure. I'm trying to make sure, like, there isn't anything crazy. I mean, this is allowed on Twitch. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure that Spirit lets the dragon inside her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will have been worth it. Cloud's part is just you manage to pull yourself exhausted away from Spirit. I got a bloody glass! A chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder. You pluck it from your skin and it drips blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck to me when I was, you know, having the best night of my life. Spirit drags her fingertips over the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I have plenty more where that came from. We did it! Pog! Oh no, Dwight and Claudette. Now it is time, Ezra, to face your destiny! Actually, about that. Ezra, can we talk privately? Maybe not here, maybe someplace we could do better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedule, Spirit. Very strongly. You know how I feel about telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Ezra privately. It's not right to do it in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management at my father's mine, I've learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough of this fire talk. But you think, no, she couldn't be. They seem so well in love. I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. If I tried to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted murder Ezra yet, so... Okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine. This girl is very hard to read. Word of advice, though, if you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. Don't need any advice. Get out, except for Ezra. Oh my god. Everyone's here? I can stay, right? Especially you. Lame. Lone Spirit. More awful than the lingering spell of that Cleaver body spray. Ugh. Spirit, Renai. Don't know what you plan on saying, but before you do, I just know I really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you the past few days has helped me get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome, and you know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect to, someone jaded and dispassionate, only driven forward by desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm, that I can feel cold in comparison. I need someone that isn't you. Can we just be friends? No! I don't know if... Before you finish that, just know if we're not friends, you'll probably become enemies, and I will destroy you. This is Balderdash. This is fucked. Friends it is. Glad we've been here and met you, but also not close to me when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spare starts to leave. Wait, what? Is that it? You're just gonna leave me here? I'm not sure I'd use the word ends, and for that matter I wouldn't say I'm leaving, but we're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, that just proves we never really belonged to anything. Ah! I just spent all this time on Silent doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told that I should just leave the chocolate factory through the side door. I don't know what that means, but I already said good night. Jeez, what a bummer. Why'd she keep saying she'll see me around? I have no idea. And so, my precious killers lived happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost, whilst trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture by my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far, so you probably should know that. You'll need to play again to find out more. Good night, Ezra. And again and again and again. Forever. We did a thing. We did an ending. Ugh. We did ending. Ugh. I thought we got that ending right. What the fuck? So what's with all these, like, collectibles, though? Are they just, like, achievements? Either way, I'm gonna take, like, 5. I'm gonna get myself another drink. I am going to chill. And I'm probably gonna, like, swap over to actually Dead by Daylight. So what we're gonna do is I am gonna go to my BRB here, and then I will be right back.